Hi Hannah, how are you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm good. Do you mind if I ask you some questions about the Leadership Academy for Women's Sports?
Not at all.
Awesome. Can you tell me first things first, how are we feeling a month out from the Academy?
Oh, a month out, I feel amazing and motivated.
Lovely. And do you mind describing the energy of this year's cohort in exactly 3 words?
Yeah, this year's cohort felt energizing, joyous, and empowering.
Amazing. And what was the very first thing you did when you got home?
Every day, the moment I got home, I had to kick my shoes off.
Lovely.
Let's get comfortable.
I would love that. So tell me, what time did the mornings usually start for you?
Typically around 8 a.m.
Awesome. And which workshop or speaker sparked the biggest aha moment?
Probably Danette Layton and Karina Harold's Secret Sauce of Women's Sports module.
Yeah, I heard that was a very electric session for you guys. And what was the most underrated skill a woman in sports needs right now?
Definitely the confidence to consistently advocate for herself.
I could definitely agree with that. And also, what was the most challenging part of the curriculum, do you feel?
Probably how immersive it was. You really had to put yourself out there, often in front of an audience. I think that was the most challenging part. Hey, Ramin, the weather's super nice. Do you want to get a coffee?
I would love that. Let's go.
How about that California sunshine?
It's so nice outside. So Hannah, tell me, who was the class clown of the group?
Honestly, probably Professor McElhaney, believe it or not.
She's the actual best. Yeah. And I gotta know, best piece of advice or line you overheard in the hallway or between sessions?
I guess I didn't technically overhear this, but something that stuck out to me was one of our participants saying that everything that she was taught were her weaknesses on Wall Street are actually her strengths, and she learned that at the Leadership Academy.
That is so interesting. And my burning question to you, what's your go-to snack?
Oh my gosh, well, between sessions, I loved they had something chocolate covered every time. So acai berries, espresso beans, raisins, but personally, I really like the dried passion fruit.
That sounds so yum. So tell me, what was the official uniform of a woman in sports leadership?
It really varies, but you can always count on them to wear something very cohesive and to rep their teams.
I love that. And if you could have dinner with any female athlete, past or present, who would it be?
Gosh, 2 weeks ago, I would have said Allison Felix, but I actually had the pleasure of spending some time with her at a recent EGAL event that was part of our portfolio around the Leadership Academy for Women's Sports. So now I'll probably say Asia Wilson.
Good choice. So Hannah, how about that coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
So
I am so glad we have a ladle and leaf here now.
It's so yum. I love it. So Hannah, what's one goal you're tackling now that you're back in the office?
Honestly, responding to all my emails and doing follow-ups.
I bet. And I gotta know, how are we gonna keep this momentum going until next year?
Well, we're gonna keep our first cohort super engaged, make sure they're still inviting each other to things. We'll keep inviting them to things, and we'll be planning for the next one.
That sounds so fun. What does winning look like for you in 2026?
I think winning looks like the women's sports ecosystem continuing to grow and evolve, and our participants contributing to that, which they already are.
Exactly. And tell me about your favorite memory from closing.
From closing, watching all of the excitement around the certificates and everyone taking photos with them. I think especially seeing Remington Price and Alicia Montano taking photos with theirs. They are 2 former Cal athletes who are now double bears.
That sounds so fun. And I gotta know, what's one thing that makes you super optimistic about the future of women's sports?
Definitely the people in it.
That is such a good talk. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Bye.
I really appreciate you.